So, back in the 1960s, during the rise of the counterculture, there was an emergence of a genre which invoked various elements of the LSD experience. This was known as acid rock, aka psychedelic rock. Musically, this was replicated through interesting studio tricks, non-Western instrumentation, lengthy musical passages, or even disconjointed song structures. The late 60s and early 70s was the peak of the psychedelic era as it became an international movement, even spreading to places such as Brazil, where they had their own movement called Tropicalia. If you've ever come across Woodstock Rock Festival, Jimi Hendrix, Pink Floyd, Can, or even the Beatles, you must have come across the term psychedelic rock. At the time, it was pretty much dismissed as just another momentary fad, although the influence of psychedelic rock runs long and very, very deep. Its impact is monumentous to critically acclaimed artists such as Tame Impala, and even making its way down to South African shores where plenty of people from around the country dubiously celebrate alternative sounds. And where have people been going to celebrate all things mystifying, psychedelic, enthralling, and unifying? Well, that answer is Endless Daze. Endless Daze is a small-scale boutique outdoor festival hosted at the Silverstrom Resort. South Africa is actually quite well known for its Afro-soul, house, and hip-hop scene, although what the organizers of Endless Daze have done extremely well is cultivate a community of people from various backgrounds that are thirsty for a deep and unique musical experience, and they provided exactly that through a carefully curated lineup and a safe space ripe for creative expression. In this video, we get into the origins and evolution of the Endless Daze Festival. If you have not hit that red button yet, please make sure to subscribe to get premium music journalism from the Unscene team. We basically get into the hearts and minds of various South African artists and various alternative music scenes here in SA. You know what? This is my favorite part. Let's get into it. If you take a look at all the posters from Endless Daze, you'll notice at the very top Psych Night is situated. Well, the story of Endless Daze cannot actually start without mentioning Psych Night. Initially, this was a one-night event hosted by a group of like-minded individuals comprised of, again, forgive me if I pronounced any of these names incorrectly, Andre Leo, Simon Burnt, Mark Wright, Rahul Gutsa, and Mika Donnelly. On the 21st of August in 2012, the first Psych Night was launched at Albies, and there was a range of different DJs just hoying the vibes. Psych Night was not just an embrace of psychedelic rock music, but a whole bunch of other alternative kinds of sounds. The dream was simple. They wanted to make a party that they wanted to go to, with the music that they wanted to listen to. The following year, Assembly became their home. Moment of silence. And shortly after, they formed a relationship with Vans SA, and with their help, the Psych Boys managed to bring down their first batch of international artists. I'm talking about acts such as Nightbeats, Golden Animals, Alalas, and the Black Lips. This was significant as the success of these events symbolized the feasibility of bringing down acts that would not be booked under a commercial entity. In turn, this solidified the Psych movement and steadily built a community around like-minded people. In 2016, the first Endless Daze Festival was held, and it happened ever so naturally. Vans had just pulled out of a festival they were involved in, and they approached the Psych Night Boys and were like, yo, wanna do a festival? And they were like, yeah, why not? That's how it happened. Two international acts that year were announced, and this includes Britain's very own The Cab and also Froth from the United States. The local artists for that lineup included BCUC, Sunny Fox, Soul Gems, and also Felix Laband. The Silverstrom Resort is relatively small with a capacity of 2,500 people. This certainly makes it easier for the organizers to maintain the same kind of ethos they started with in 2012 with such an intimate crowd.
Playing Endless Daze was simply awesome to see people actually feeling the music. I mean, that was really, really humbling. Just the way it's curated and the fact that it's small, but I also have this philosophy of mine that, you know, everything that's small is beautiful. And we met people the first day, and then the second day, I mean, you meet the same people, and eventually it feels as if you are family.
On the subject of crowd, in 2017, the Endless Daze Festival was criticized for lack of diversity. I'm talking about the lineup and I'm talking about the general crowd. If you compare 2017 with the 2018 lineup, you'll surely notice a difference when it comes to the direction. One of the organizers actually mentioned that the critiques were a good thing. This led to new and diverse ways to find bands from across the country. The following year, inclusions such as Which, The Brother Moves On, Morena La Raba, and Psych were a very good example of this. For the bands known to the organizers on a personal level, they are generally encouraged to push the boundaries of what they've done before, thus making Endless Daze not just a festival for them to showcase their music to large audiences, but an opportunity to hone a new set of skills to better their craft. This year, a second stage was added called the B stage, and this provided so much more variety and a whole lot more excitement. The names for the 2019 lineup included Yuck, Holy Wave, Ugarines, The Gluts, and so much more. Before I finish up, I cannot neglect to mention the contribution Endless Daze makes towards a clean environment, particularly their association with the Beach Co-op and other green initiatives to reduce a carbon footprint. The idea of throwing a festival was actually a joke for the Psych Collective during their early stages. With that being said, it's so crazy to think that what they've done has become something so important for our music scene. The music is actually what connects the people at Endless Daze. And what's special is that the Psych community curates the entire vibe. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to check out our other videos. You will not want to miss those. They are fucking amazing. Plus, if you were at Endless Daze at any other year, let us know how your experience was like. I went for the first time in 2019 and wow, I have a lot to say. Thank you so much for watching, as I said. Peace out.